and then get a little more challenging. Example, my friend lives on Park Avenue, which means he's rich. Normally, I like to demarcate the conclusion first. I like to do the conclusion first. What conclusion, Rachel, is being drawn here?
That your friend is rich.
That my friend is rich, right? Friend is rich. Dan, what evidence is being provided to support that conclusion?
Oh, where he lives.
Yeah, that he lives on Park Avenue. Sunil, what is being assumed here?
No, everyone who lives on Park Avenue is rich.
Yeah, that everyone who lives on Park Avenue is rich. We don't know that. Maybe he lives in a basement apartment. Maybe he's a butler. We don't know. So, what's being assumed is that everyone, I'll just abridge this for brevity. Everyone on Park Avenue is rich. Now, some assumptions are more easily attackable than others. And we'll get into how to rank assumptions and so forth when we get to the argument essay. In general, for the reasoning questions or reading comprehension, there will usually be one glaring assumption. Sometimes there might be two. On the argument essay, there are more. On the argument essay, you can have 5 assumptions, but depending how flawed the argument is. But on the reasoning questions, there's usually one glaring assumption, maybe 2. And that's for a reason. That's because you need to have a separate prediction for each one. So it will be a real hassle if you have like 5 of them sitting there. Usually there's one glaring one. Now, some assumptions are more attackable than others, right? If I were to assume that an NBA player selected at random is over 6 feet tall, that's a pretty strong assumption. Have there been NBA players under 6 feet tall? Yes. Okay, so it's not 100%. But I don't know if I would really attack that assumption. If somebody were to assume that an NBA player is over 6 feet tall, I don't know if I would necessarily attack that. But if somebody's going to assume that an NBA player is over 7 feet tall, that I would attack. That I would be all over. Because most NBA players are not. So some assumptions are stronger and some are weaker than others. So this one is absolutely attackable. Maybe the guy's a butler. And so he's not rich. Or maybe he lives in a basement apartment or whatever the case may be. Maybe he lives with his grandparents. Okay, let's do another one.